to Comic Frontline. Jay here with another review. Today I'm reviewing Earth 2 number 26. The title of this issue is The Kryptonian Part 6. It is written by Tom Taylor, with pencils by Nicola Scott and inks by Trevor Scott. The story of this issue takes really between two big fights. You have Superman versus Val, and then you have the world's army taking on Bedlam and his apocalyptic army. Now, Bedlam has built this device, this big boom tube. He's had control over the two different Mr. Terrifics from Earth 1 and Earth 2, Terry Sloan and Michael Holt, and they've been building this big boom tube that is going to take the entire Earth over to Darkseid's area. So they're fighting him. Val and Superman are fighting. Lois is on her way from Smallville to where Val and Superman are, and we have Green Lantern up in space holding the world literally on the verge of going into this boom tube. So there's big fights all over, and through it we find out some interesting things, like the Terrifics are being controlled by Bedlam. And we also find out that Superman, spoiler here, is not Superman. He must be some kind of apocalyptic clone, because during the fight with Val, he actually starts to crumble and goes into a degradation stage and even begins to talk a little bit like he's a Bizarro. But in the end, the Wonder stand victorious, and they're about ready to take the fight to Apocalypse, where they need to get rid of all this stuff that's on their planet, all this apocalyptic technology and stuff like that. They need to win Earth back once and for all. That's it. Let's do this. That's how they're ready. But meanwhile, Bedlam has a couple more people with them, including Barda and Fury, who we haven't seen in a while. And he's like, you know what? We're going to build another boom tube, and we're going to, destroy this for Darkseid. Now, the next issue they're saying is 5 years later, Mr. Terrific fights for his life in Earth 2 Futures End number 1. So this would be kicking off the Futures End type thing. The story, I enjoy the story. Tom Taylor has been killing, and I mean killing, with Earth 2. From his first issue to this issue has been non-stop awesomeness. With that said, the only thing I really didn't like was the kind of cop-out with Superman not being Superman, him being a clone. I actually would have preferred if they did what I thought they were going to do and use that mysterious fourth Kryptonian that they were talking about, and have that person be the Superman that everyone thinks was Superman. I would have liked that reveal, but I think they're holding that in their back pocket for a later time. But with me not liking it as much, not saying I don't like the story, I just think that they were trying to get to the conclusion of this arc so they can get ready for World's End and get everyone up to where they need to be. So overall, I'm giving the story 4.5 stars because I really did like it. Just that little bit is keeping me from giving it a perfect 5 in story. Nicola Scott's art is just, it's beautiful. It's stunning. I love it. There are times when it's a little, maybe it's more the background. It's a little sketchy. Not sketchy, but it's unclean, it looks like. It doesn't look as smooth as some other things. So I'm gonna give the, and that could be also the inking and the coloring, so that's not taken away from her art at all. I'm gonna give the art 4.5 stars because it's really, really solid art. But I like that. For me, 5-star art for me is really more that, you know, perfect art that for me, you know, my very highly detailed art where the eyes tell stories and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give this 4.5 stars. Overall, the whole book I'm giving 4.5 stars. I love it. I highly recommend you picking this up. I cannot wait for the next issue to come out. Every time I put this book down, I want next month to be here so I can pick up another issue of Earth 2. I love Earth 2. This is weird because I also love Justice Society, and these aren't the Justice Society members, but they are in a way. So it's really weird how much I'm enjoying this for these characters being so different. But I mean, it's just an awesome book. So I'm highly recommending picking it up. 4.5 stars overall. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know what yours are in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to Comic Frontline. Check out and subscribe to my channel, The Comic Book Theater. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews. For even more news on all things related to comics, comicrelated.com is your source for all your comic book needs with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow me and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.